payment of salaries has become a sustained challenge of succeeding administrations in the state. Running for election in the office of governor, what is your blueprint for clearing arrears owed to workers and ensuring prompt payment?
It's an embarrassment to the state. It's a very serious embarrassment. As a matter of fact, we shouldn't be talking about salaries at all. Salaries are automated. I have some of my colleagues here at when I was working at Benue Investment Company. Salary was not an issue. On the 25th to 26th, highest 28th, it is paid. No noise, nothing. And that is how it's supposed to be. Down to the time of the military, salary was not an issue. Salary is not supposed to be something that should be considered when developmental issues or governance issues are discussed. It's supposed to be an automated thing for goodness sake. But as bad as that may be, the question is, how do you solve the problem? We have a debt profile, accumulated salary profile of, is it 9 months to 5 months to 12 months, depending on where you are. It is unfortunate. So how will I solve the problem? Simple. There are two different. First of all, I must accept that it's a complex problem, because Benue State has limited financial abilities right now. So, and our federal allocation is something around 3 billion, 2 point something to 3 billion at most. And then when you look at the liability, which is the weight of the state, it far exceeds that. So how do you handle this problem? One, you make sure that from the moment you become the governor, you start paying salaries from that moment onward. Because at least money comes into the state through federal allocation and internally generated revenue enough to pay salaries. So you start paying salaries from the moment you become a governor non-stop. Secondly, we look at other sources of generating funds, especially IGR. When you look at the IGR system in Benue State, you discover, one, something is not right. Benue State is a state of 6.1 million people right now. 6.1 million people. That is massive. That is more than some certain countries like Swaziland and Namibia. So when we have 6.1 million people, even if they are contributing just 1,000 naira to the government through levy, that runs into billions in a month. That shows that it's either we are not being told the exact figure generated through IGR, or the IGR system is not effectively organized. So as a governor, what will I do? First of all, I have to look at the IGR. You have to expand the scope of taxable indices. That is where you have to start. For instance, you can't force the woman, Mama Yaban in Wuruku market, who is selling nune under the hot sun to pay levy, for instance. You may have the legal justification to do it, but you don't have the moral justification to do it. So the first thing is to expand the scope. Thank you. So the first thing is to expand the scope of taxable people. You empower them, more people to go into business. Give small loans. Some people are looking for 10,000, some people is 100,000, some people is 1 million. Empower people to go into businesses, to do other things. Then those people will be in a position to pay more taxes and levies to the government. That way you have at least 50%, or even if it is 20% of the population of the 6 million paying reasonable amount of money. That will be enough to take care of salaries.
Thank you for that response. It's already established that the majority of the persons who pay tax in Benue State are actually people who work for the government. They are not private individuals, because there are no industries, everybody is a civil servant, and even the small petty traders that you already mentioned are already complaining on the issue of over-taxation. So, are you saying you want to introduce a tax regime to generate more IGR to salvage the issues of salaries, as against probably looking for means of getting loans like other previous administrations have done? Because the people have said that the Benue State tax system is unfair and is not transparent. And they believe that the views of leaders who will be different in terms of reviewing these tax policies are the type of leaders they look forward to. So now we talk about expanding the tax circle. Are you saying the government will be prepared to pay more money if they will actually help to salvage the issue of society?
I will organize the economic system in such a way that there will be more people engaged in economic activities. That is different. What we are doing now is a Shiloh system, where people who are hustling out of the chaotic system, out of the unfair system, are still forced to pay taxes. Now, that is why I say you may have the legal justification to make them pay the taxes. But what about the moral justification? Because you did help them. It is out of their own struggle that they have managed to raise capital. It is out of their own struggle that they have been able to start a business. And then you're bringing all sorts of levies and this one and that one. Then that means you're discouraging economic activities. What I'm saying is, these kind of people that are struggling, help them. Give them loans. Create a conducive environment for businesses and SMEs to strive. When you do that first, then you have a large pool of people who are paying taxes happily because they have been empowered to. Remember that when we empower entrepreneurs, then we employ people too. So if we have 10,000 people who are employing 4 people, you discover the number has increased, both the people doing business and the people that have been employed. At the end of the day, you have automatically a large pool of people that are willing and able and happy to pay the taxes. That is what I'm trying to say. Secondly, I am saying that how we open up economic sectors that are not in existence. Take commerce, for instance. If we decide we're going to do something like Tinapa in Benue State, I really don't know what is stopping us from doing that. Calabar Cross River did it. Now the problem, I've taken my time, of course, to study the system, why it didn't work. I am not saying we are going to run another free zone system. But the problem in this country, which is also an opportunity, is chaos. If you go to Lagos, for instance, which is a massive market, the problem with Lagos is chaos. If you go to Lagos, for instance, you say you want to get computer. They will tell you to go to Computer Village, Anthony Village, right? You go there, you see chaos. If you say, okay, I want to go to the headquarters of Nollywood, for instance, they will say, go to Alaba Market. You go there, it's chaotic. Now, if Benue State is going to create a conducive environment for people to do business in a very organized way, that is going to open up a large portion of the commercial sector in Nigeria. And people are going to come to Benue State. If people are going to get in Benue State what they will get in Lagos, and get it in a more easier, organized, more 21st century manner, they will come to Benue State and not Lagos. Some will not go to Kano, they will come to Benue State. So at the end of the day, you will still have other sectors like leisure and entertainment. I take entertainment, for instance. The Nollywood industry recently I read, they say that its value presently is about 4.2 billion US dollars. And I was wondering, if it is worth 4.2 billion US dollars, and if Benue State become a part of this by creating just location and studios for recording and production of movies and create locations where people will come, you discover that 50 to 60% of the movies acted in Nigeria will be acted in Benue State. That will automatically empower the tourism, the hospitality and tourism industry. So in any way you are looking at it, you are opening up avenues where people are earning money. And as they are earning money, they are also paying their taxes and levies to the government. Government now have a large pool of this money coming in together. Things like salary would not be an issue.